Welcome back to another episode of the Butcher's Bible Podcast. I am Luke.
And I'm Ant.
And we are two blokes preaching the good word of the meat industry.
One episode at a time.
Yep. How's it going?
Yeah, good. How are you, man?
Yeah, I'm okay. It's been pretty good weather today.
Yeah, right. It was.
It's put me in a good mood.
Yeah, good. It's good. Yeah, you get out and play in it.
Gardening, sorting out water butts, sorting some butts out, doing some weeding.
Oh yeah, slapping them butts and picking them weeds.
That's right. It's not for me. It's for the greater good. My
Yes.
girlfriend is an avid gardener, and I'm put to work on the weekends when I'm not cutting up meat, which is fine. It keeps me busy.
Yeah, of course.
I would be getting into trouble otherwise, so it's fine.
Well, yeah, of course.
Right.
Keeps you going, keeps you fed.
Yeah, that's precisely. That's it. I do get lunch made for me, and the coffee's brought out periodically, so I can't complain.
Oh yeah, that's good. Well, you can see who does the most work, because if she's got time to make the coffees, then you're
No, yeah,
like,
I'm there going like dirty hands, be like, "Can you just pour it into my mouth, please?"
It's got a handle, you know. Nah. Just put it in my mouth.
How about you? How's things?
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, crushed and broke my finger.
You did.
Broke the tip of it, which is quite difficult because you don't realize how much you need your hands
Until you lose one.
Yeah, exactly right. But it's like where it is, it's like a split right between the top, so the bones are like, yeah. So when they did the X-ray, it's split like this, and then my finger's like got a massive like just gash. Where the
you sent me the picture.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's yummy.
And it's literally just like burst apart, and it's quite a ragged edge, isn't it? It's not like a normal knife slice if you were to do it in butchery.
Yeah, no, definitely not. It's like it just like all the muscle from the inside of where your finger is just like prolapsed.
Prolapsed finger.
Yes, the only way to describe it is just inside out, and you're just like, oh yeah, that's great. But the bone is like, fuck me, like trying to tie your shoelaces, grabbing stuff. God, man, you just forget, don't you? You just like, oh, like, and I'll keep hitting it from time to time, and then I'm just like, oh. But because I'm like not worried about the cut, it's the bone itself, and I've never broken a bone. It's taken 33 years now, and I've broken a bone.
Yeah,
and I've done some stupid fucking shit, you know.
That's good going.
Yeah, man. It's what we were 14, I think, when the first Jackass came out, and then obviously everyone was influenced to do that. And I've done some really dumb things, but like, you know, This wasn't even dumb. This was just like trying to maneuver some rocks out of the way from like the big tipper, and it just like was pushing it out because it was wedged. And then as I've like, because I had brand new like grip gloves on, brand new, straight out of the packers, hardly worn. And it just caught, and it just went boom. And when I did it, you know, when you hit your finger and you're like, ooh, like that. And then as soon as like the pain, like I was like shaking my hand, and as soon as the pain kicked in, I just went straight to my knees, and I was like, oh
shit.
And then it's just like, because I had the nylon blue gloves underneath with the grip gloves over the top. So I took the grip gloves off, and the whole thing is just like covered in blood, and it's all coming down my work shirt and everything. So I'm like, so it's like I had to take the nylon glove off just to assess the situation, and obviously it's just, this is so much blood, and it just like you just couldn't even see. And then not until I got to the like intent, like the urgent like treatment center or whatever.
Minor injuries type thing.
Minor injuries, yeah. So like you got like A&E, and then A&E like put me in over the intense, like, well, the urgent treatment care. And then I sat there, and it says like, oh yeah, like it's just when you walk into the doctors, whatever, they got the TV screen, and like one side says like urgent care, and then unurgent care or whatever it is, non-emergencies, and then it's like 3-hour wait, and then it was like 6-hour wait, and I was just like, which one do I fall under? Because it's like when I was sitting in the room, I had like all blood just coming down, because I sent you the photo. I got all blood and everything coming down, and I've got my hand up just trying like elevate the bleeding, and then everyone else is sitting there coughing and everything, but no one else is like injured like me. And I was like, pretty sure I got priority over these people, but like but then I was what was it, like 3 hours I was there in total.
So those people just go there to take up time. They're NPCs. They're not actually ill. They don't really actually exist.
Yeah. So I asked the practitioner there. I was just like, you got a lot of people in, and she goes, oh yeah, this is like the time like where kids have like been ill or they've like hurt themselves at school or whatever, and then you've got the other people from the weekend who was like, oh, this is niggling me a bit. I better go into A&E or whatever. And so those people just take up their time, and then the doctors are saying whatever it is, but they're not injured like me or.
Yeah, it's not a real accident and emergency. You've actually like busted your finger like a overcooked sausage. It's just flown out the end of the skin.
It was brutal. But like now, like they gave me some like tramadol, which is like opioid or whatever, like based. I just can't say it.
A bit like a cocodamol type thing.
Yeah, kind of like that. So like they're just so strong. If I have one of those, I'm like just high as a kite, and I'm like, well, I can't operate machinery with this or drive. So I'm just going to avoid taking them until like I really am in pain. But I've never broken a bone, so the whole thing is just like just. It's like a dull ache, isn't it? Just and then when you hit it, you're like, "Oh God, yes, I remember that."
Yeah.
So,
I've broken quite a few bones, so I can.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been quite a accident-prone person.
Of course. Not tying your shoelaces up enough.
No. I mean, I've broken my fingers. I bent these back.
Ooh.
I think broken. Dislocated was probably the thing, but it's fucking bad. I was in like a splint on my fingers. My wrists busted up my wrist when I was in school. And that was like fun. Broken my nose 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. No, see, I haven't done any of that. I've like backflipped off of roofs. I've like done like skate ramps and everything as well.
The odds have been in your favor quite clearly.
Yeah, and
they're all just like, fuck you.
Yeah, and then now it's just like, oh, crush me finger, and there you go. This is like, but I make a joke at home, and it's just like, I can't lift anything. I got a broken finger. It's taken 33 years. And my wife's like, fuck's sake, man. Like, what is he like? I'm married to this. I'm like, oh, yeah.
She's like, I'm ill too. Thank you very much.
Well, no, she's like, well, I had a baby. And I was like, okay, you win.
I know.
Yeah.
That's the go-to, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't you know that I created a human?
Yes, I do understand that, baby. Yeah, yes, I do understand that. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And I got 7 centimeters dilated without any drugs, and also did it without any just gas and air. I'm like, yes.
That means tramadol.
Well, I'm like dosed up on tramadol the first time I had because they're 15 mils. I had one of them. I don't know. Took like an hour or something to kick in, and I'm like, fuck, these are strong. Yeah. I don't feel any pain. My whole body's melting in my chair, and I'm like, oh God. I see.
So you're just going to save them for the parties.
Oh gosh, no. What, for the come downs?
Yeah. Just so I'm just going to sleep for a little while.
Yeah, just nod off in the corner. You can see why people get addicted to like those kind of things, and like the opioid epidemic in the United States a few years ago. You can see why people get addicted.
I know
that shit makes you fuzzy.
Yeah, and I had kidney stones, and at the grand old age of 22, I think I did, like quite badly, and they gave me some mad drugs on that. They're like some ones to take orally, and then they're like, here, take these suppositories. And I was just like, I better not get these two mixed up.
Yeah, of course. Holy hell, kidney stones at 22. Not enough water.
Not enough water, absolutely razzing the protein shakes and going to the gym all the time.
Yeah.
And just,
there you go.
They were saying that it's just like calcium build up.
Yeah.
Within your kidneys, and just one day some of it gets dislodged. And I think they said it was like a 6 mil ball of calcium built up from your kidney gland.
Yep.
You know, the white bit in your kidneys, let's say. Yeah, being butchers, we know what that looks like.
Yeah.
That trying to go down a 3 mil tube. Yeah. And just get stuck. And I thought I literally thought I was going to die.
Did you have to pee them out, or did they go in through your urethra?
No, they actually zapped them with ultrasound.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I had a cluster, like a small cluster, in my right kidney. It makes you lie down bring this big old apparatus over and zapped them with ultrasound. Then I took some drugs to dissolve them further, and just pissed them out. Luckily, there was nothing getting stuck on the way out.
I thought you would have been like a little BB gun, like pinging it.
Yeah, shooting everyone in intensive care. Yeah. Oh, that was it's the worst pain ever. I wouldn't even wish that upon my worst enemy.
Really?
Made me pass out. The original pain made me pass out on my bathroom floor.
Jeez, you're a fucking animal.
It was bad. It was so bad. So like anything after that is just child's play.
Yeah, cut my finger, break my hands, fuck my wrist up.
So bad. It was so bad because that evening as well, I was so fucking stoned. I was like, I feel a bit weird. I think I'm going to go to bed. And then my body just decides to internalize and destroy itself. And I didn't know. I was like, maybe that was some bad weed, but it wasn't. It was just my kidney stones.
Yeah.
And my mum was driving me to the hospital, and we got there, and I told her to tell the doctors that I'd smoked a spliff before they gave me any drugs, because I didn't know. I was like, what if it has any counter negative effects on what drugs they give?
No. The doctors don't give a fuck what drugs you're taking as long as you walk out of here healthy.
Yeah, and she was like, he says he smoked weed this evening. They're like, that's cool, as though if I can injecting morphine into me.
Yeah, Class A. Straight up one of the hardcore Class A drugs in your veins.
They couldn't give a fuck. They were just like, we just need to get them out of pain.
Yeah.
And then we'll figure out what's going on.
Yeah, you don't have to like admit anything to them. That as long as you tell them what's wrong with you, they're like, yeah, fucking whatever, man. You're here for a reason.
And they thought it was appendicitis initially.
Oh wow!
But then
didn't think the symptoms were the same at that.
Just sharp pain in the abdomen. But because it was so localized, appendicitis normally starts from the left and travels right, apparently.
Right.
So, but because mine was so localized to like my midsection, front and back, they were like, okay, that's kidney stones.
Nice.
As well as having some kind of trace whatever in your piss when you're doing tests and stuff. They were like, that's straight up blood in there, my guy. Here's some drugs. It was mad. Anyway, too much.
Blood. Loving it.
I was only like 21. I was like, Mom, help.
So what do you want? It's like midnight and stoned to the gills.
It literally was. I was home alone. And then I was like, I don't feel strange. I feel a bit strange. And then I called, felt ill, phoned my mum. And then I was like, please help me. She's like, where are you? I'm going right now.
That's nice.
Wow.
Sweet old Ma, innit?
I know. Shout out to mum.
Shout out to your mum. I'll see you later tonight.
She was like, are you stoned? I was like, yes. Good times. Mad times. 10 years ago now, mate. 10 years ago now, that was.
You still remember the pain. That's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah, and I've had a flare-up since. Maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I had a quick, sharp stabbing pain. I was like, I cannot do this again. And then I go on some mad bender of just getting crazy healthy and drinking loads of water and hydration and stuff and just, hydrating your body and like as you should normally, but I don't because I'm shit at routine and habits.
Yeah, of course. Just remember what the Hulk said. You take your vitamins and drink water, kids.
Yeah,
that's what you need to do. Brother.
Drink your water, brother. Listen here, Jack.
Listen here, Jack. Oh man, he's awesome.
I watched that. I was like, who's Jack? My older brother used to be like, it's kind of just how he says mate.
All right. Cheers, bud.
Yeah, okay, brother.
Yes, brother.
So have you been off work? Enough about me. About my kidney stones. Have you been off work then?
Yeah. I go back Tuesday. And I'm just on kind of like light duties and everything. But like,
were they like, for fuck's sake?
No, they were actually quite good, because you're working on a quarry, and so there is like a lot of accidents, and I don't even think that's like the tip of the iceberg of what I've done.
Yeah.
The tip. No, they've seen all accidents of all sorts, but like, they said they're really good. They're just like, as long as you're all right, like, because there was a lot of blood, it's just like, yeah, of course, but like, it didn't scare me off because, how many times have we cut ourselves in this industry or poked ourselves with bones or getting bone shards or like, sores, like, slipping with the saw and everything, you get yourself and you're like, oh, fuck, that's going to take a few weeks.
Yeah.
So it was like, but it was like the initial pain because I was like, that's not like being squashed. That's like something's broken kind of pain because it's a different type, and I've never broken anything, obviously. But they were like, yeah, as long as you're all right. Gave him a call on the Friday, and after I got it all checked out and see if there's any infections and everything. But they like the doctors were like, yeah, this is fine. It's going to heal quite nicely. It'll take 3 weeks. Bone's going to take like 6 to 8 weeks. But that's quite standard. Just try and not use it as much. But you're quite a labor intense job.
Yeah.
Just take it easy because it won't heal otherwise. And they want me to do hand therapy as well, which they say is very, very important. And I'm like, oh, okay. Didn't think that much. And they're like, hey, you use your hands every day. You're just like, oh yeah. You could lose.
You don't realize it, do you?
No, you don't. And then like I said as well, just tie shoelaces, grabbing stuff, picking up my baby as well. You're like, holy fuck. Because you just scoop in or you just start getting stuff done. And then you just get that nice friendly reminder of, here you go, that's broken. You're like, yes.
Yeah. I had a similar thing again when I cut into my thumb, maybe 3-4 years ago. I think I put an Instagram post up about it.
Oh yeah.
Classic. And I was moving my finger like with the top of my thumb, and whilst looking into the cut, and you could see the tendon moving.
Oh,
and the nurse that was doing it was like, "This is fucked up, that you're filming this." I was like, "Yes, I'm aware, but I got to get it for the gram."
Yeah, I got to get it for the station.
Yeah, and she was like, "Yeah, actually, I forget that you're butchering. You've seen loads of mad shit in terms of blood and whatever." I was like, "Yeah."
You kind of desensitized, and then when it happens to you, you're like, once you get over the initial pain, you're like, oh yeah, there's like a human tendon instead of like a lamb or beef tendon or whatever. You're just like, oh, it's a bit different. So you kind of desensitized a bit,
Yes, the spectacle was it was pretty crazy, but yeah, I had to do hand therapy on that. I cut through 30% of the tendon, so I couldn't move it until it fully healed again. If I'd have cut through 50, 50, that had to do real invasive.
Yeah.
Sort of like to find the rest of it further down your hand. And I had to do hand therapy. It was all like touching your fingers, moving it, massaging the areas, and loads of stuff. But never necessarily crushed, sort of like split, crushing the end of your finger till it breaks.
Yeah, it was massive rocks, and there's rocks underneath and then rock on top. And I was just like using the palm of my hand just to get it because I was just like, gotta wash my fingers. And then just the whole rock is so big, and obviously I got fresh grip gloves. Just there you go. Yeah,
straight crushed.
But it's like a perfect split straight down the bone in the middle. So I'm like, ugh. When I saw the X-ray, because they can't advise you on the X-ray, and I said to the lady, she goes, "Oh, come have a look." And I was looking, I was like, "That's broken." She's like, "We just can't advise." And I'm like, "Okay, if you look at the index and the ring finger, those are absolutely fine." And then you just it's just like perfectly down the middle. And I was like, oh.
Some people get hairline fractures. They're just like, twisted fractures are the worst. Like fractures. I think it's spiral fractures they're called.
Oh yeah.
Where it follows the bone down. It's just some gnarly shit.
But you think the knuckle would stop that, wouldn't you? Like the knuckle would just take that impact and just stop the spiral, but clearly not.
Yeah, I know. I've only ever done straight snapping.
Yeah, I do it well.
of my arm, it just kind of went like literally with a right angle. In rugby, somebody just fucking some twat dump tackled me in.
Yeah, same with all the sports I've done as well, and all the tackles and everything as well. Like it happened to me, just nothing. I haven't fractured anything or like twisted anything. Or just
Maybe the stories are true. That you're just extremely supple.
Maybe. But then I probably drank so much milk in the day.
That's it. So you got bones made of iron now.
Yeah, well, used to. I think this is probably just proof of getting older now, It's just getting more fragile.
So they say it starts with the finger.
It starts with the finger and ends on your dick.
What?
I don't know.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
The hands and dick is like the most important, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. That's literally it.
I don't need eyes.
Isn't it like the 3 points instead of it being your third eye on your forehead? It's like your hands to your dick.
Oh. Without no hands, you can't touch yourself, right?
That's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, I'm sorry, I've got a broken finger.
Yeah.
Fuck.
My other hand works. The other hand works. It doesn't quite do it. I am very lucky though, because I am left-handed. So this is my right hand that I've done this on. I'm very lucky.
You're lucky.
I'm taking it. I'm taking it.
Anything you can get, silver linings.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, the silver lining is I can still use my left hand.
Yeah.
Fuck it out. We went off on that one. That was good.
Hey. This episode, we got a couple of people asking of how we would cut and cook different parts of the animal, beef, lamb, pork.
Yeah. Yeah. Or they think to make it more easier that people, we're going to do our favorite, aren't we? We're not going to go through the whole species, but we'll do what we both agreed on, which would be beef.
I think so. There's more versatility with beef. I think with lamb, pork, and chicken is pretty cut and dry, isn't it? You got your, it's called quite, I wouldn't say basic, but it's more simplified than beef. There's a lot more we can do with beef. I feel so. That's what we're going to go down.
Yeah,
we're going to try and go from nose to tail as best we can, and not too complicated, but say how we would cut it and cook it, I guess. Yeah.
And then a few other bits as well. We're going to cover the farming rights and what's been happening. And then we've got a shit ton of jokes to get through as well, which have been sent through.
We've had so many have been sent in. It's good, isn't it?
It's very good. It's funny. It's really good. Just a bit of admin before we kick this episode off, guys. Just remember, Sources was a Source Hut. Just remember, BB15, all sources, everything as well. He's a major sponsor. Support the legend that supports us. So get the fuck around it or fucking die. Joking. I love everyone. Let's fucking do this, Lukey.
Oh, yeah.
Kick it off, right, son.
So I guess we'll start with head to tail, nose to tail. Closest parts of that would be tongue, I guess. Tongue and cheeks.
Tongue in cheek, yeah.
Tongue in cheek. Well, my guy.
Yes, sir.
How have you just told people to prepare tongue if they were to buy it?
Well, you do the boiling process and take the membrane off, isn't it? And the taste buds and everything, and then you boil that. And you would usually use like star anise, whole peppercorns, salt, garlic, bay leaves in the, like you do like a brine kind of like ordeal, we'll say, in a one pot. And then basically strip that apart and then slow cook that as well. But the tongue is it's obviously rubbery, but you need to cook it really slow. I found, especially
it's similar, you mean?
Yeah, so you simmer it, but then you can also take all the membrane off and then place into a tray and do the stock that you've kind of done, and then keep it really moist. Slow cook that as well. And you can also smoke it as well. I've seen quite a fair few people doing
that.
Yeah, and then they like, obviously it's laid out and like almost like a ramp, and then people like push it apart and then use it for tacos and everything as well.
Slow cooked tongue. Would it shred?
It shreds. It does shred. It's quite girthy as well, the old tongue.
It is, so I've been told. The Navarro tongue.
Yeah, but
there's a delicacy.
Has a few oysters.
I've found that simmering, cold press it, and you can have it sliced like a luncheon meat.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's what I've done before. And then my girlfriend's mum, she is a big on for pickling it, like preserving it in like a ferment.
Yeah,
for weeks, not necessarily just like a cure.
Yeah,
and then taking it out, slicing a bit off, frying it off.
Yeah. There's multiple ways of doing the old tongue. I do like the cold press as well as turning into luncheon meat. Yeah. I think that's brilliant, but I think you're gonna have to try and, because it's the flavor profile behind it is not awful, nor is it real meat. It's like a real different texture as well and flavor. I think that, so you kind of have to find that balance of what rub or what you're brining it in as well. So you don't want to go too salty, but you also just want to get it just enough so it pickles it and that brine scents so that you can cold press it.
Yeah.
But it's entirely up to you and your taste buds. Like I know a lot of people add like pickles and like what's that other they cornichons?
Cornichon, the little baby pickles.
Yeah, little baby ones, and then people do those. Yeah, and then
I love them.
and they do like a strong mature cheddar inside of like a sandwich. Those I've seen that a lot.
Yeah, like a sliced meat. They do that in quite a few supermarkets now. You can just get a sliced tongue.
Okay, that's good. As long as they're utilizing all like because that's what we're all about here is utilizing everything. And like I think the tongue is quite a unappreciated cut because like that and liver, people are like, oh, it's really strong. It's got that stigma behind it, but
it's how you prepare it.
It's how you prepare it. It's really nice. It's a real different flavor texture as well, and plus it's just packed full of vitamins and minerals as well.
Yeah,
like you just wouldn't think, but like it is. So like every part of the animal has like a key component to it, and it has like a source, a bed of wealth of like like minerals and vitamins and all those other bits as well. I can't remember off the top of my head what's actually inside of them, but I'm sure it's going to be a strong concentrated iron and zinc. I would have to say.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, love a bit of tongue. Yeah, when I used to work in the farm shop, I worked in the organic farm shop. People were just mad for it. All the offal people were mad for.
Good. It's good.
Just
and
like crazy.
They're going to live long as well.
And live long and prosper. Broken finger. You never saw Spock crying because he had a broken finger, did you?
Fuck, that hurt. Just him pulling it apart just had it fucking killed.
Careful. You be careful.
Tell me about your sweet cheeks, Sam.
My sweet cheeks.
Oh.
So what I would do is trim the excess fat off.
Yep.
Fry them hard in a pan so they get all gnarly and black on the outside. Mm-hmm. Bit like almost charred.
Yep.
I think, and then chuck them in the stock pot. I've said this before. There's nothing, you can't beat a good slow cooked bit of beef or like a really fibrous bit of beef, especially cheeks, because they work so much.
Yeah.
That they need the time to break down.
Yeah. 100%.
You give them that time and it's going to be fucking brilliant.
100%.
So that and maybe like a sweet, smoky, tomatoey sauce. Not a barbecue
like
sauce.
Like a chipotle kind of.
Chipotle, yeah. I'm not a huge fan of like a barbecue sauce on slow cooked stuff unless it's like a pulled pork.
Bubba Ray's or something. Bubba Ray's is really nice barbecue sauce.
Yeah. But yeah, like a chipotle, smoky. You can have it as a stew, have it with some like pearl barley, rice, or even in a wrap.
Yeah.
But yeah,
100%.
Slow cooked. I don't really see any other way than slow cooking. Do you?
So I've done beef cheeks before, and I've done them for nachos. So it's a bit long-winded, but trim the excess silver and fat off, and then I would do a binding agent. So I would use Waz's Sauce Up, which is like their coffee, the Cape de Monde, which is fucking amazing. Yeah. And so use that as the base, and then I'd use Hardcore Carnivore Black. And that's
I've seen that. Is that like the activated charcoal rub sort of thing?
Yeah, 100%.
I've never used one of them before. I've seen people slapping it on steaks, chops.
It's unreal. But like you do the balance between the strong coffee mixture, and then you got the activated charcoal with all the like paprika and salt that she has in it. But like there's just not enough you can use on it. It works. Jess Prowse has a shit down packed. It is just amazing. And what it says on it cans as well, it says all killer, no filler, and I'm a big fan of that as well. But
yeah, that's cool.
She's Australian as well, so shout out to her. But yeah, I would literally stick them on the Traeger and put them at 100 degrees, smoke them for about 6 hours, wrap them individually in alfoil, and just add like a little bit of hot water, just to keep like a bed of moisture, and then just let that go for another 6, and then just crank it up to 180, and then just let it go for another maybe 10 hours, and just like slow and low, and then. But it's like with cheeks as well, because it's such a worked muscle, I would definitely let it rest for at least an hour
Okay, right.
Yeah, yeah, because like you just take them all out of the individual like alfoil tins, and then just cover them, put them into like a larger like baking tray or whatever, and then cover them with a few tea towels. Let them go, like just let them rest for about an hour, and then you just be able to pull them all apart. They're still steaming hot. And then you could just almost just grab them and shred them apart, and then you just put them over the top of your nachos, cheese, straight back into the Traeger. Let all that cheese and everything melt. Load it up with jalapenos, coriander, you name it, and salsa onto the side. Nice fresh sour cream. Fucking dumb.
Oh yeah.
That's what I would do. If you were to say, let's do cheeks, and I'd be like, fine.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Sounds good to me.
It's long-winded, but the results there, the flavor's there, and it's just great. They're great to
if you enjoy cooking, that's like that's your jam, isn't it?
100%. Yeah.
Not one of them those quick cook people. Okay, damn, that sounds so good.
But it's like the equivalent of doing a brisket as well. Your brisket, you're looking at about 20 hours, 18 hours. You're looking at the same with the cheeks, but like the brisket.
But with the brisket, you get kilos of food.
Yeah.
With the cheeks, it's just you can do them on the side. You can do them on the side.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So if you're doing them both, like you got a starter and then you got a main. You're doubling up on the beef and the protein. So
yeah, true.
But like if you're going to be doing that and you're going to be looking at a 24-hour cook, pardon me. Might as well just pop the both in.
Hell yeah! All right, sweet. Moving to, I guess, the neck, the clod and sticking. That sort of area. That's all got to be minced and stew, is it not?
I would say stew, diced really.
Burgers make some absolute fucking.
You could do wicked smashies.
Burgers, yeah.
You could do wicked smashies. Yeah, I would say burgers, yeah, or meatballs. So if you could do probably make a ton of meatballs out of them and freeze them and everything, and do like an Italian mix, or even turn them into beef koftas as well.
Yeah. It's just utilising the ground beef, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
You get from it. I don't think, other than doing a slow cooked neck joint in the same style that we've done the cheeks, I can't really see any other real way of utilising the neck and the clod sort of area.
Yeah, no, definitely. But like you can make 100 VAP things out of those items as long as they're minced or diced or whatever. But like you can also braise it as well. But you're kind of really limited to with that. But the flavour's there.
That is. Do you take your beef neck bones out individually, or do you take it out as a big lump?
I do a lump.
Do you? You're a lump
man? Depends if I got time.
Yeah.
It also depends if did I stone my knife today and everything as well. So if I've got my knife that's been on the stone this morning, I'll take them out individually, take, straight out of the bone and hit the cartilage and everything. I'll take those out. But other than that, do you have time to do that? What do you do?
I'm individually, but that's the way I was taught, and so I would prefer it. I do, if I'm in a bit of a rush, you do your big old sort of like your larger cuts, cutting around the irregular bones and just trim it out on the block when you got time.
Yeah.
If you got to get that beef out.
Yeah.
Sharpish.
But as well as if you got a demand. Yeah, but if you got a demand for dog bones, which the beef bones, or people want it for stock and whatever else, you'll do that. But if there's not really a demand for it or whatever else, it's just easier just to take it straight off into the lumps, trim it out when you've got 2 minutes. Then you just discard them, I guess, in a way. But trying to push those bones and get them onto other people so that you utilize the whole carcass.
Yeah.
But yeah, it depends. Depends what there is, what the demand is. But there's no right or wrong way. You can skin a cat 1,000 ways, can't you? So
true, very true.
So I'm not very bothered.
Yeah.
No right or wrong.
No right or wrong.
No. Well, unless you cut through the prime and really fuck it up, and then we're in a bit of trouble.
Yeah. Then you go, uh-oh. Did a whoopsie. Shin, going from the front. Front shin. How would you do them?
So you could do also.
You got your shin going on to your sort of your LMC sort of area.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do with those two pieces?
Shin, you could either do also bucco.
Yeah.
Or you can do the poor man Well, you could do the poor man Thor's hammer.
Yeah, it's like 80% bone and a little bit of meat.
Yeah, so you could do those. You could do those two ways. Both need a lot of time. Slow cooking or smoking really need the time and effort to be put in.
Ossobuco is great though.
100%. 100%.
We had some veal in the other week.
Oh,
We did some veal ossobuco, myself and my girlfriend. It was all right. I'm not a huge fan of veal, but it's from a local dairy.
Yeah,
they needed to shift their young steers, and they were they didn't have the time nor the space. Coming into warmer weather, they had to focus on the calves that were coming through with the heifers.
Yeah,
and it was all right. It's what you make of it.
Wasn't as strong, was it? It's just
no. It's very mild.
Yeah,
it's extremely mild meat.
You have to pack the flavor into it.
Yeah, we just did 5 cloves of garlic and fennel, and we just kind of slow cooked it with that.
Fresh fennel or
fennel seeds. Nice. So toasted with black pepper and garlic.
Oh, nice. There we go.
That's good. It's kind of on a tomatoey base, so it's somewhat of an Italian recipe, but.
Well, that's sort of like veal is very common and used in like Italian recipes and everything anyway.
On the continent, they've got no issue with it. Mainland Europe, they couldn't give a shit. They're like, yeah, veal. What's it to you?
Delicious. Load it up. Let's go.
Yeah.
LMC. LMC is just like another version of Topside in a way, isn't it? Like I like to think about it.
With that big old chunky seam running through the middle of it.
Yeah, so you got to take it right back. So the two muscles, you got to take it right back, like fold it over to get the silver out of the middle, and then you got to fold it back up, tie it off, and it makes like almost like just a stunning topside, just a corner cut, almost like that.
Yeah. You
can also dice it. Dicing works quite well. You can do like big. You can even do as well. So it's like the feather blade. So when you do feather blade steaks, you can also do those, and then like put them into big braising lumps.
Right.
And that works, and that silver just, if you cook long enough, that silver just turns into gelatin almost. So there's a few ways of doing that.
I've had a couple of clients who want the LMC into some form of quick fry minute steaks. Hey Anne.
Yes, Luke.
Spring's coming, and our friends over at Was Sauce Hut are having an exclusive offer for all your cooking needs. When you use code BB15, that's BB15, and get 15% off all purchases.
From gift cards to family and single pack sauces, they range from Luke's favorite apple bourbon sauce to Anne's mango, all the way through to their award-winning Kraken Fury rum-infused hot sauce. Woo! Yeah. Start stacking your shelves and get ready for summer, and most importantly, save yourself some money with the code BB15. Now, let's get back to the podcast.
Which they can just fry off and have in a sandwich, steak sandwich, or slice them thin, stir fry.
Stir fry is a good shout as well. I'm not a big fan of stir fry, but like if you do it, I always do rump.
Yeah, but that's like, if you can get away with doing it with LMC, why would you then do rump if you can charge a bit more of a premium for the LMC? What does LMC stand for?
Leg of mutton cut. Yeah, it can't beat me, baby. Yeah.
For the longest time, I thought it was lean meat cut.
That's not a bad shot.
Yeah. And then someone was like, some old boy was like, oh, actually, it's leg of mutton.
Yeah, but it has nothing to do with mutton. It's weird. The British terms, isn't it?
Yeah, I have no idea. I looked it up, and it was just like, this, just because this is what it's called.
Yeah, this is it. This is that old school name.
If anyone knows the true origin story, if you were there when it was first conceived, please let us know.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you roast that yourself? Like, would you turn that into a topside almost like roast?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not a huge fan of roast beef in general. No, I don't really. It doesn't. Just don't really. I'd much rather have a pork or a lamb.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Especially a leaner cut of beef. I'm not a huge fan of. If it's like a fattier one, a chuck, a ribeye, the hell yeah, I'm down with that.
Fine.
The leaner ones, like your top sides and your LMCs or your silver sides. Not a huge fan. I don't know why. It just looks like there's kind of The image that comes to my mind is the Gross Morrison's adverts that have like they're really sort of like gross slices of topside on the advert, and just kind of like flaccidly falls away.
Yeah, it's like folds over, and it's just like just
that's not the one.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
Yeah.
Also, supermarket meat is just gross. Unfortunately.
Oh, shit. You're talking about Market Street?
What?
The Market Street.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's called Market Square in one of the leading supermarkets.
No idea. What do you mean?
Begins with an M. Rhymes with Laurison's.
Mary Sharon's.
There's like the Market Square and Master Butchers. Anyway, tangent.
No idea.
LMC, fine. Versatile. Not the most exciting cut, but you can do some things with it.
Yeah. 100%.
Mainly goes into mince or diced for me, currently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well. All right, let's get on to some fun stuff. Brisket. Your whole brisket plate, because you can get your main brisket prime.
Yeah.
You've got those few bones at the end, haven't you, which you can do for some kind of ribby dudes, whatever.
Yeah, little poor man ribs, aren't they? Yeah. Brisket straight into the Traeger. I'll do it 100 degrees in a boat, so an R4 boat. But I would do. I don't know. The hardcore carnivore is just, it's elite. It is really just elite. The flavor is just there. It's just stunning. But don't know. There's a few that you would use on that, but like I would definitely, if I wanted to do like a show off piece, you would smoke that in the boat. Try and get the smoke rings around it, so you get the nice red all the way around it. Do nice slices. Put it over your finger, and if it's just bowing and just almost falling apart, then you've done a good job.
Nice.
But I would always have it flat, never rolled.
Yeah,
never rolled.
A lot of my clients have it rolled for joints.
It's ridiculous. Just leave it flat. Let it cook. Just leave it flat. But
let him cook.
But then also the other thing as well, I don't trim my brisket as much as these Americans and other people do. I don't take every ounce of fat off. I leave it.
Yeah.
I just like to leave it. I like, especially when you get to the point, and the point has like that, it always has that big chunk of fat at the top. I wouldn't take the whole like seam off. I would just trim that down just a little bit so it's all flat and level. But you need that fat to like just bathe it almost. You need that fat to just like keep it together and just pack that flavor in.
Yeah, like to almost just render out a bit, because you still have the excuse me, the connective tissue within the fat is still there holding it together.
Yeah,
a lot of it renders out, which is quite good.
Yeah, but I
can't say I've personally cooked on a Traeger before, but
it's just set and forget. Stick the probe in, fucking off you go.
Nice.
Yeah, but then I just don't understand just going ham on taking all the fat out. It's just, I just don't understand. Like you just you can just hit it with a simple SMP, like, and just keep the fat on as much. But just like you still get good results with that.
Yeah.
And like just a bit of garlic and like whatnot. But if you're doing a showcase kind of like low and slow ordeal, it's like you hit it with like a nice rub and a binding agent as well.
Yeah.
But I just never understood why they just take so much of that fat off. It kind of really hurts you. And they're like, it goes into burgers and everything. You're just like, yeah, like whatever.
Yeah, just leave on the brisket. Surely it'll all melt down.
Yeah.
Not?
Yeah. And then you just, I don't know, like you can turn it into like, fat and like, put it into a jar, and then you've got like beef fat for like cooking and like making dumplings and doing like other bits and pieces. Yeah.
Suet dumplings. Dumpling. Man.
Yeah.
So good. It's just flour and fat.
Yeah.
Puffed up by hot oily air.
Like, oh. Yeah, exactly. And you can add that beef fat as well into Yorkshire puddings. And like you use that to cook the Yorkshire puddings in. Like this is like, you can utilize all of it. It's just, I just never quite understood. But also if you're taking that amount of fat off of the actual brisket, like how lean is your burger mix going to be? Like, where are you getting that burger mix from? Like, you're not using LMC.
True, very true.
No company in the burger world or the barbecue world knows what an LMC is.
We'll get a pitmaster on or something soon. I think.
Yeah.
We're well overdue a barbecue expert, and we can talk to them.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we can do that. We'll harass them.
Yeah, we'll pencil it in. I'll write it down.
Yeah. What about you with the brisket?
I think I haven't really had a huge amount of experience. The only thing I've ever done is like a small, kind of like not rolled, but sort of like squished to fit in a pot roast.
Yeah.
One of them.
Yeah. Loaded up with carrots, bay leaves.
Yeah. Never done anything crazy with it. I've always wanted to do it on the barbecue, but never got around to it. One thing I have done actually is where I've worked before, we had a bit of money left over in the pot, which is unheard of. Oh. So we bought a Bradley smoker.
Nice.
Bradley smokers are the ones that had the small little pucks that fall down periodically, go onto a hot plate and cold smoke this whole sealed oven effectively. And I salt brined a bit of brisket and made some pastrami, which is freaking rad.
Yeah, that's another thing you can do with it as well. Pastrami, perfect.
Yeah,
perfect for sandwiches as well.
I mean, it's very much just a big old stuffed lunch. It was great.
Yeah, nice.
Everyone was proper pleased, and it was just fucking delicious. It was really good, like smoky paprika, black pepper, garlic, salt beef cured for 2.5 weeks.
Ooh, naughty.
So good.
That's naughty.
So good.
And I'm here for it.
Never really actually personally cooked with it much in my kitchen.
All right. Well, we'll change that soon enough.
We will. All right. Moving up from the brisket, you got your chuck.
Nice chuck roast.
You chuck thick, should we say? You're four with your whole sort of.
Yeah. Okay. If I was going to do a chuck, I would roll it, put it into like a crock pot as well.
Yeah.
It works quite nicely. Because you get a nice roast out of that. You can slow cook it. You can do a lot with it. But also, like I found as well, if you seam it out and have it like flat as a whole piece, you can stuff and roll it as well.
Okay.
And that works. And you can roast that as like just as one, because it's still going to stay moist from like the stuff, like stuffing, depending on what you do. But like, you can always use sharp flavors as well, or real fun flavors, like cherries. Cherries work, prunes work. You need almost like not acidic, but like of that category, to break down the muscle a bit quicker.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, and they work quite nice. They're just like anything acidic just doesn't quite work with beef, because it just can tend to make the muscle too tough. I found that out. Yeah, so lemon really deserves to be on seafood more. Yeah, in my opinion, that is. And I'm sure a lot of people would agree with that.
Yeah, I can't say I've used lemon on beef before. Yeah, unless it's for a final garnish. Yeah,
fine. Yeah, but like you just can't add too much acidic or of that nature into like cooking with beef, because it just makes it tough.
Wrong flavor profile from the beef itself, I think.
Yeah, 100%.
Are you a fan of chuck eyes and Denver steaks?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, those are more coming into fashion now, isn't it? Like with the whole like American terms coming in and doing everything. Though they work. The chuck eyes you can pan fry as well, and
I much prefer chuck eye than Denver personally.
Yeah, me too, 100%.
But it's like awesome tiny little medallions.
Yeah,
especially if you get a good fat one.
Oh yeah, and you got that nice marble eye in the middle, and just like there you go. Yeah, I'd put that over it for sure. I definitely would.
So you just smash it into a pan that's blisteringly hot.
Searing hot. Has to be searing hot. Yeah. Just got a nice like char on either side. Just give it about 10, 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes rest.
Hit it with the old Maldon Salt Bay salt.
Yeah. Look at me, I'm a twat.
Yeah. Look at me, Mom. I'm on Instagram.
Yeah. What about you? Talk to me.
We do quite a few King Arthur's roasts
Oh.
for some clients that we do, which is basically just a fancy word for your chuck roll.
Yes.
With Denver and chuck eye as well.
Yeah.
But I did a slow cooked chuck eye the other month. I say month. It was probably like this time last year, I reckon. And it's fucking brilliant. I think we kind of broiled it rather than submerged it and slow cooked it.
Yeah. That works.
I had it covered, loads of potatoes, onions, and everything in there. Had it as a bit of a. Uncovered it for the last half an hour, so it got a nice cover on it. I think it was like a Hereford or something.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah, real good fat running through it, and slicing it, brilliant.
Not an issue.
Not an issue at all. You know, you cut the strings, and it was almost just ready to go. Absolutely great. But
Naughty.
I do love a good quickly fried steak. Had a couple of Jersey chuck eyes once, and they were really good. Tiny little things.
Yeah.
No bigger than the palm of your hand. And the flavour on them was awesome because it was like that really dark yellow ex-dairy sort of flavour to it.
I'll tell you what's got a really unique flavour profile, and that's the Dexter beef.
Yeah.
Dexter beef is really good, like this unique flavour, and it's just great. Like
A lot of people just say it's too beefy, don't they, sometimes?
Some do, but like if you just can't, I swear, like you just can't get it past the 30-day. Like if you get past the 30-day, the flavour just like, it just explodes and it's really just beefy. I get that. But if you get it when it's like still in the 20s, like early 20s, I'd say that's when the flavour profile is like beefy enough, but it's like normal. But then it's a miniature rare breed, you know? It's like,
That's
just
so funny.
they got all these funny hairdos as well. They all got different style of hair. It's great.
You're so dumpy, and you're like, where are the adults?
Yeah.
They are the adults.
They are the adults, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, but they're great. I love them. They're just they're unique in a flavor profile, and I put them up with some of the best beef I've had.
Yeah, yeah, certainly the most sort of like distinct flavor, I think.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. All right, moving up a layer.
Yes, sir.
What did you do with your old feather blade?
So you could do it in a steak, like do the steak form, and then just slow cook them again as well.
The inevitable flat irons. Is that what you're talking about?
No, I wouldn't cut it down to the middle with the silver.
You're talking about the cross sections.
Yeah, cross sections. Keep those two muscles intact with the jelly. You know, like the muscle in the middle just goes a bit jelly when you cook it long enough, and you can hit it with a spoon. Just peel that off, and it's good as gold. But then you can also, like you do, take it off. Do your flat iron steaks, just searing hot pan, and just cut against the grain, and away you go. Works really nice in the stir fry. Stir fry is really good with those.
Yeah,
but you would waste it because the amount of fucking effort that you got to take to get that silver out.
I can never get it right. No matter how many times you do it, it always looks a bit off.
Brent the butcher over from Butcher and Bean, he says the best way is to get a hook. So you know the hand hooks.
Yeah.
So put it straight into the actual like silver muscle at itself, and then you dig your heel of your knife in and just like pull with the actual like hook. And if your knife is sharp enough, you can get it like all the way down, and then you just flip it over, do the exact same. So you hold your knife in one position, keeping it steady and on the angle, and then just use the knife. I use the hook to push through the knife, and then you get both silvers, and then you just trim off anything that you don't see. So that was a good insight that he told me, because I sent him a few flat irons that I did, and he goes, "Get a hook. You got a handheld hook?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, of course. You know, you break beef on the rail." Yeah. And he said, "Yeah, just do it this way." And I was like, "Oh, there you go."
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea at all, and it works really effective as well, especially when people are like, "You're gonna use flat irons." You're like, "Yeah, you go."
Yeah. You probably whiz them out. One way I have found recently is you can secure it with a handheld hook, but it's to obviously one side I feel comes off easier first than the other.
Yes.
There's always one that has a slightly easier grain when you're pulling against the
This is the thick end, so it's the bottom end, isn't it? The thicker end, which is
I mean like one of the two steaks.
Well, that's what Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The bottom one, which is the thicker side, always comes off easier.
Closest to the blade, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's the easiest.
And I've found that going from the side, you can secure it with the hook. Then going from the side, going the full length of it, just cutting maybe a few mil in, go from the side rather than the top and scooping down. Yeah, come from the side and open it up like a book almost.
Yeah, because that's what I used to do. And then he's like, "No, just get the hook," and then I just use the butt of my knife. And the way you go.
But then you know that there could be some stuff left on the tendon. I don't know. It's a potato,
indeed. But it's all practice at the end of the day.
Yeah, and I can never get it right. I've done hundreds, thousands.
Well, yeah.
And each one I'm like, shit.
This shit.
Yeah, who the fuck wants to do this?
Yeah, who's got time for this?
Yeah, put the price up. That's difficult.
Yeah. You sell the feather blade at $14.99, it goes straight up to $21.99 because I got to put that labor on top.
Yeah. Well, the trim that you get from the tendon that you kind of sneakily scraping off, and then take your picture for Instagram.
Yeah, look at me go.
Yeah, we see you. We know you do that. Everybody out there doing your flat iron pictures. Well, I'll see you.
Yeah, we see you, baby.
I've done it. Been there, done it all. Don't worry about it.
And now we're going to get tagged in them all. See, this is how you get it done.
Yeah, I know.
No hook for me.
Every day is a school day. Please teach me.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah. Nice.
All right. Flat irons. I guess we'll have to move on to what should we do? Flanks? No, you got the little part on the other side of the blade. What do you call that?
Well, I can't remember. There's so many names for them. What would you call them?
Blade fillet. That's what I've called it in the past.
Yeah, it gets called fillet or side piece. It's just sort
mince.
Yeah, take that blade fillet out. Take that belt out for mince. Yeah.
There's a slightly derogatory term as well, which I won't say, that you can use for it.
Well, this is an open house, so you can say whatever you want. This is your podcast.
I've heard it being called the Jew's fillet because it is the same shape, same sort of profile as the fillet steak, and because Jewish people didn't eat meat from the hindquarter because it's deemed as dirty.
Yeah,
so that was their equivalent of the fillet steak because it was from the forequarter, and
they're cheap as fuck.
Cheap, super lean, and they would cut it the same as a fillet steak.
But it's not that tender. That shit's pretty fucking chewy because it's inside of the shoulder.
That's what I've called. That's what I've heard it be called before.
Yeah, I know. But they're cheapskates.
Where's your gold?
Where's your gold? Right, moving on. We go off on that. Flank, straight up steak. Steak it. Stir fry it. Chimichurri it up.
Yeah, true. Well, you talking about your round goose skirt, yeah? The flank.
Yeah. Yeah, I would.
Chimichurri that bitch.
Chimichurri it up, fucking straight on. You can do caveman style as well. Just light up charcoals. Charcoal goes white. Just put them straight on top. Caveman, 5 minutes.
Dirty steak,
yeah. That's what I would do with the goosey.
Right onto the coals.
Yeah, straight up to the goose.
Never done it, but it's always intrigued me, and
it's good. It's fun. It's it's really good fun. It's just getting the timing down because they are like 400 degrees or whatever they are. So you got to kind of get your timing down, and if it's all even as well. So if you got them on a bed as well, that's all even. It works quite well. Takes a lot of practice. Yeah.
They takes a marinade very well. A bit like the bavette.
100%. Yeah.
It's just the fibers which just hold the sauce, the marinade, whatever you put onto it, extremely well.
Yeah. You can also make them into olives, beef olives.
Yeah. The pinwheel type things as well. You can...
Yeah. You can do those and slow cook them as well, or you can pan fry them and do it that way. So it's like that side of it, which but I think it's kind of a waste if you're not really staking it and eating it as just a massive fucking steak with chimichurri.
Yeah. I mean, whenever I say that my daughter's just, or I ask her for what she wants for dinner, and she goes, "Oh, I'll have a steak."
Oh, okay. Yeah, of course.
I'm like, steak with what? She's like, with mayonnaise. And that's pretty much what she gets. I get her a goose skirt.
Yeah, nice. Cost effective, pack full of flavour. She gets all the minerals she needs.
And we don't really sell them much through our own carcasses, so we freeze them, and I have them periodically. Whenever when every other week I have my daughter.
Yeah,
she has half a steak of an evening, 2 or 3 of them stretch out for the week, and she literally just munches on steak.
Just devours it.
Why not?
She's such a little carnivore, isn't she?
It's good.
It's really good. It's really good.
It's better than her eating rubbish, isn't it?
100%, yeah. The ultra processed foods and everything that are going around, especially in the kids' meals as well. Like they're just, the youth are just being fed to absolute garbage, and it's just fucking nightmare. But if she's like straight up into just eating beef, fucking happy days.
If there's anything that I can do, it's certainly get hold of some good steaks.
100%. That quality you get is through the roof.
Yeah, it's good. Very good. Nice. And your bavette, what would you do? You can't say chimichurri.
God damn it. I'd probably do a marinade with that, soak it in a marinade. Like, do like maybe something spicy, maybe like a chili willy or something. And soak that, and then probably give it a day to dry out in the fridge, so like the marinade sticks to it. And then I would probably smoke it for about an hour.
Gets all quite gluey and sticky on it.
Yeah. And then I would I'd smoke it for about an hour or two, I reckon. Yeah. I would definitely use like cherry wood, maybe even an oak as well, because you don't want to take the flavour too much away from the chili willy, but you want something soft and subtle. Like oak works because it's quite good in that aspect. It's not strong enough. And say with cherry's kind of got that sweet blend, but it's not overpowering in that sense.
Yeah.
Not like Mystique or like apple. Those are completely like strong flavors.
Yeah. Would you ever put either goose skirt or bavette in a pie or pasty, something like that? I know a lot of them down in the West Country like a fucking pasty.
Yeah, the sister fisters. Yeah. No, the Cornish traditional pasty as well. Is doing the bavette or whatever it is they want to call it down there.
It's your traditional cuts pudding, isn't it?
Yeah. Then plus, DC, Dave Corbett as well would be screaming at us as well. You would use those to go into a pasty 100% because that's the traditional style, and you just load it up with pepper, don't you? But for me,
potatoes and stuff.
Yeah, but I don't know, to do like I've never made a pasty before, but I would like a chicken and chorizo one if I was to do like my first one, I reckon. So I'm quite a slut for chorizo.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm such a slut. I love chorizo.
No, it's pretty good.
It's so good.
When you fry it off, just the oily fat that comes out of it.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Choke that in with some scrambled eggs. That's a winner for me.
That's a winner. Yeah, 100%. It makes all your eggs all oily and gooey. Yeah.
I've always wanted to make chorizo. We do a quite good spicy Brazilian sausage, which we do on a coarse grind, and we pretty much just have chili powder, flakes, garlic, and something else I can't recall. The coarse grind makes it so good. And you let it set for 2 or 3 days in the fridge before cooking.
It needs to go rock hard, almost like it goes real dry and crisp, and then you can feed it out into the sausage. It worked quite well.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a sausage. You still got to cook it, so it's not like a cured meat salami chorizo type thing.
But there's different processes. They go.
Yeah, it's very the flavor profile is there, but it's not bad.
But they use beef intestines as well for those salamis, those thicker ones.
Yeah,
which is great. And fucking, if you knock salami, I don't really give a fuck. It's the best.
It's good. I'm actually making a porchetta at the moment.
Oh, nice.
I was asked for porchetta, which is quite cool.
Yeah, get into it. It's great.
So I've had it cured for 4 or 5 days. Now it's hanging in my cutting room, which is like the perfect temperature and humidity.
Because you got that humidity, don't you?
Yeah, but it's like 58 to 65% humidity at 10 to 15 degrees, which is spot on.
Yeah, nice.
Give it 3 weeks, cut into it, see if I've been successful or not.
Yeah, you'll tell by the colour when you do cut into it. It'll be nice and dark and maroony-ish.
I just hope there's no gaps in it, because then otherwise I'm fucked.
I think it'll be all right.
I rolled it so tight. My hand was like going purple.
Wow.
I rolled it so tight because Dan was looking at me going, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I don't want to get this wrong." That's why I just don't want to. Because somebody's asked and they were like, "Please, if you can." And it's quite a good client. If we were to get it right, they'll
You need like a vice grip, don't you, to load it in, to get the string around it, and then go like 1 centimeter at a time, just tie it up nice and tight.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good shout. We'll see. I'll let the people know.
Let us know.
Okay. Ribeye, forerib.
Ribeye.
Yeah. And you're short, and let's just say forerib with your long.
Yeah. Fine. Okay. Do I get the whole piece? Can I do something with the whole piece?
I'll tell you what we forgot.
What?
The chuck plate. Your short ribs.
Oh, sure. Ribs, slow and low. Smoke them up. You can do Jacob's ladder and cut them up, tie them off. Do bundles, slow cook them, do whatever, or you can turn them into like so if you got a long enough plate, you can stuff them, roll them, turn them into like the pinwheel, but with the bone sticking out. That still works. That's great.
Yeah.
And then you can eat it straight off the bone, or turn it into nachos and whatever. Even put them into a pie as well. It works quite nice in a pie.
Would you another one as well? Your underblade fillet, same as flat iron.
Yeah. Definitely, I would soak it or chimichurri it up.
Yeah,
I love.
Can't forget the secret cuts. Everyone was going, "You fucking forgot about the underblade."
You got the Jewish fillet, but you didn't get the underblade.
Yeah. I'm not being anti-Semitic. I just forgot.
Oh, sorry. We're rummaging through about 60 different cuts right now. Not good enough, boys.
I know. Ribeye. Okay, go. Forerib.
Forerib. River beef. French trim. Hello.
Frenching. Well.
Frenching. Hello. Yeah, just go straight up and just straight into the smoker. French trimmed, rolled up.
Cap on,
spinnaker and all. Left arm, roll it straight up, probe straight in, 50 degrees, give it 2 hours resting time.
Nice.
If not, I'll take the whole thing apart, and then I'll take the forerib bones themselves, cut them straight off, and then do a rack of beef.
Okay.
And then I'll do like a honey chipotle glaze on top of that, and then smoke them for a bit. And then I'll take the whole ribeye, spinnaker and all, like with the cap on, tie that off, and then just do fat steaks, and then just pan fry that with like a garlic butter. Just keep it like a salt and pepper, garlic butter, and just baste. Just remember, if you're not basting, you're wasting.
It's true.
100%.
Very true.
There's multiple ways I would do that. Or I just mince it up and give it to my dog.
Hey, easy. Easy money.
Yeah.
No. Come on. Jesus. Yeah, I'm for a bit up, tomahawks, smash it on the grill.
Yeah.
No questions asked.
I wanted to avoid the tomahawk because that's like a typical avenue, isn't it?
Yeah, but it is for a reason.
100%. 100%. But if you were to order tomahawk, now answer me this, cap on or off? Be careful now.
I would take the larger chunks of fat off, but leave the leaner parts of the cap on. Is that sacrilegious?
Dave Corbett's absolutely fucking screaming at the screen right now.
Good.
You
go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Oh. A lot of people, they're like, the tomahawk is a tomahawk, but then you're like, the real tomahawk is no cap.
No cap.
No cap. It has to be all ribeye on the bone. That's the traditional proper tomahawk.
I quite like those bits.
Yes,
especially close to the chuck, where you're taking the excuse me, the cartilage part of the blade out of the forerib.
Yes.
Those bits above the ribeye primal, like layering up onto the cap, are so good.
Yeah, they're really good. They're packed full of flavor because you get that
yes.
mix between the ribeye and the chuck. Like,
so why would I take that off? I take the larger lumps of fat off because otherwise the barbecue will just go fucking crazy.
True. So
if you salt it enough, let it warm up and temper enough, then you shouldn't have a problem with cooking it as a whole with those extra layers of meat on as well.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, but like,
sorry, Doug. I'm sorry, Doug.
We're gonna get some hate mail in a minute. No, that's I personally take the cap off, and then I'd roll the cap up, and then I would use that for like a slow cook or something. Trim it a little bit. Yeah, and unlike but I'd roll it up or leave it into whole pieces and just braise it.
I have to say, I have sold a rib cap as a brisket before.
Yeah, we've all done that.
And the person came back and said it was the best brisket he's ever had.
100%, yeah. Even though it's like what, 20, 25 centimeters or something.
Yeah, he only wanted like 800 grams to a kilo. And I was like, I've got a big old fuck off rib in there. I'm going to roll it.
Take the silver straight off with the two muscles exposed, thin end to thick end, roll it straight up.
That was many years ago as well.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, we've all done that by mistake.
Accidentally on purpose.
Accidentally on purpose, yeah.
It was an accident purpose.
Of course.
All right. Your loin. We'll do this together. Sirloin and filet.
T-bones. I was dreaming about T-bones the other week. I haven't had a T-bone in a while. But I am a massive fillet man.
Yeah? You're a fan?
I'm a big fan, yeah.
Contrary to many popular beliefs of butchers.
Yeah, I know, but I can cook fillet right. Like, I don't have to worry too much as well. I can kind of get it right. Like if you get a really nice marbled one, you're really good. But I am just a fillet man. But then nothing beats just a big lump of sirloin. Because
I'm a sirloin fan. Sirloin roast is my fucking jam as well.
Yeah.
Big old fat cap on top.
Yeah. 100%.
I'll be there for days.
But then I was dreaming about T-bones the other week as well, and I was just like, I haven't had that in such a long time because like I never had the cut T-bones at my shop. It was just like, you got fillet, I got fillet, and you just rip that straight out. Or you got sirloin, just run your knife straight down the back, rip it out.
Yeah. And if you go to a restaurant, steakhouse, T-bones, man.
T-bones are always that. T-bones are always that.
Expensive as well.
Oh yeah, they're stupidly expensive.
So you're always like, I'll go for something slightly cheaper, thank you.
Yeah, but I love a good T-bone. Like I would just S&P a T-bone and just hot and nasty. Just get that griddle just steaming hot. So that, and just give that a good baste as well. Just give it a good baste with like garlic, butter, olive oil, rosemary, maybe some sprigs of thyme in there as well. Just keep it really simple.
Classics.
Yeah, just keep it really simple when it comes to a T-bone.
Yeah. Any steak of that matter, really. That doesn't need that much work.
Unless you're doing a showcase or you're doing like a barbecue event or whatever as well, or you just got a shit ton of it and you got friends over and you just load them up with the rubs and whatever else you can do with that. But but when it comes to just doing a simple steak night, date night, just garlic, butter, rosemary, sprinkles of garlic, S&P, and away you go.
Beauty.
Yeah, and that's what I would do with the T-bone after dreaming about it. What about you, big man?
I'm a fan of a beef Wellington.
Nice.
I used to make them.
I love a welly.
Big old welly ho.
Every year we got a tradition in our house, and it's to do a big fat off fucking Wellington and make it all by scratch.
Yeah, I used to make them quite regularly. When I had a proper functioning kitchen in this house that I was in, man, the meals that would come out of there. I'm in somewhere that's quite simple. It's got a very small kitchenette type of thing, so I'm not doing huge gastro meals. But yeah, one thing I do miss is actually just getting amongst it and making a beef Wellington.
Nice, love a Wellington. What about you?
It's a nice little gravy. Sirloin, steak it. Love a roast, but just steak that.
But yeah. Chain on or off?
I like a good chain. It's just the extension of the spinalis, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
From the ribeye, which is my favourite part of the whole animal.
100%, yeah.
It's like the most tender bit.
Tender.
Just, do you know anything that's tender?
It's the word of the day.
It is. You see that guy that comes in. See, my wife likes something that's tender. She doesn't like to chew. But have you thought about getting her a blender?
Yeah.
Come on.
The food processor, you just nash it up.
Literally, be like, come on, just be Mama Bird. And just chew it out for her. Then be like, flap.
A little swap and spit in between her love. We've been together 50 years.
Yeah, I love her so much. She has no teeth. She has no teeth left.
Yeah. Get a good gummy off of her.
Oh my god.
Take a dentures out, love. Let's do it.
Have you seen that film Yes Man, where each word says yes to everything? It's like, yes to that old lady.
Yeah. Help me move our fridge or something. It is like,
yeah. Let me repay you. Anyway, sirloin. Steak it. All right. I think we'll call it there on the beef carcass breakdown.
Yeah, I think we covered 70% of it or something.
Yeah, we'll get into it on the next episode, I think.
Yeah, we'll do part 2 of that.
On the old major roasties and the rumps and that.
Oh, yeah. That's a good stuff. It's when we get stuck into our work there.
Yeah. Right. You said you had some news for me.
Yes.
I'm going to cross over to the newsroom.
Yes, we are.
Bum, 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 bum.
Bum, 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 bum. So catching up with the riots and the farming and the protests of what's happening. So over in Brussels, the farmers sprayed an EU memorial in manure. So the memorial was painted with the words, "The future is Europe." The memorial is 30 meters high and 20 meters wide, where the memorial was created to symbolize the process and overcoming struggles that Brussels has endured, as well as Europe as a collective. This memorial was backed by the Brussels government in support of a brighter future. So, to me, the future doesn't seem too bright.
It doesn't.
No.
That's it.
No. It's like...
It's covered in shit, if you ask me.
Yeah, so farmers are literally spraying shit onto an art piece and riding in the streets because the government is trying to limit the livestock and productions because they still think that cow farts are increasing the emission gases, and all the resource prices are skyrocketing, making it unsustainable to keep any livestock whatsoever. Like, but in the meantime, all the government officials have private jets, like 100%. They come in and go on whenever they fucking want.
Which obviously isn't essential when food is.
Yeah.
They're just gaslighting people without... With zero reasoning, I feel.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't have all the information. I'm purely speaking off of my own opinion that I've seen.
Yeah.
You know, they're pissing on the farmers without the courtesy of calling it rain.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely. But it's like, it's gotten to the point now where like, they're literally like taking feces and like starting fires in the middle of these streets, in the middle of Brussels. Like, and where this memorial is, apparently 2 blocks away or a block away is the HQ for the like memorial government, like the government is. Like, so where their HQ is, like it doesn't...
Absolutely mental.
It's mental. Like right in the middle of the city, this massive memorial was like, you know, it's huge. It's 30 meters tall and it's just covered in shit.
How is it coming to this?
They're doing the good thing. They're on the right track. But like the way that they're going about it now, it's like you have to speak. Like words aren't doing it, actions are, and I think they're doing it right. I think keep going, and like you need to be stating to these people like, this is our futures, this is our food. You're messing with like years of work, and you're just trying to limit it. Like with all like in France, just banned as well recently. Just banned all like what is it? Those processed meats or whatever it was.
The meat replacement names, so they can't call anything that's meat replacement a steak, a sausage, or mince type thing.
Yeah, and Italy as well banned the artificial beef and all that as well. Like, that's fucking fantastic. It's actually proving like that food's not sustainable. The stuff that we've got, livestock, that's sustainable and has been for centuries.
Millennia.
Yeah, millennia. Like Jamie said as well when we spoke to him. Shout out to the legend. He's just like meat is what we do. There's no slowing it down, and you know it's the future. Like, it's keeping these farmers, like, giving them the resources that they need and paying them as well, paying them at a decent rate. And it's just spiraling right out of control. And just to add to that, you know, that spiral as well, the farmers in Brussels have also set alight a metro station because of the pricing. And I think like the demonstration is surely going to make officials turn their head and being like, you know,
it can't not.
It can't not.
They're just ignoring this shit.
Yeah. What are they're just up in their jets or in their skyscraper buildings and everything, just like, no, yeah, just let the peasants keep going and do what they please and fucking around.
It's gonna fall back on them, you know. Fucking 100%. Up the farmers, for real. They just, these people who are, let's say, in power, these fucking idiots, it's gonna come crashing down on them at some point because they have to eat too, do they not? Are they gonna start eating the slab grown meat that all these billionaires are investing in?
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely outrageous. No, they're not. They're gonna go to, or get someone to go down to their local Waitrose or M&S. Obviously, I'm guessing that's where they shop, to get some, I don't know, at the very least, some burgers or some steaks.
Yeah,
someone's going to have to grow that and make it. They're not.
Yeah, but none of them are going to show their faces in any of the butcher shops, are they?
No,
like none of them, like because they're pretty much going against, you know, one of the oldest trades in the world. You know, they're pretty much, and like I don't blame any of the farmers. You know, they deserve a lot more, especially over here in Britain as well.
Double down on their double downing. Like, is pretty much what they're doing, isn't it?
Yeah,
just go hell for leather. They can't not. What have they got to lose now?
Yeah, they've put their 5 cents in, and now, you know, they're not going to cash out anytime soon, are they? And I hope no one's injured in the meantime. You know, that's the bigger issue as well. Any bystanders, anyone like that, I hope no one's injured. But it's chaos. It's chaos out there, and same with France, same with here in the UK.
Yeah, keep fighting the good fight, but be safe. Yeah,
and be safe. You're doing well. And we back you 100%, boys and girls.
Definitely. Anything else in your news headlines?
No. So there's a few other bits we'll cover, but we'll do those in a later episode as well once it unravels a bit more. So now, on a lighter note, we'll head over to the jokes.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, man. So we got sent through quite a fair few jokes, quite a fair few Chuck Norris ones, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
But I'll start off with this one, which isn't a Chuck Norris one. This isn't just a joke in general. This is from Creamy Carlin 89. Why don't butchers like dildos and tofu?
Why don't butchers like dildos and tofu?
Because they are both meat substitutes.
Very good.
Right. We got a fair few Chuck Norris jokes to get through now.
Good.
Did you know that Chuck Norris is the only one to go from USA to USB?
Nice.
Chuck Norris doesn't turn the lights on, he turns the dark off. If you ask Chuck Norris what time it is, he will always say 2 seconds till. After you ask 2 seconds till what? And he roundhouse kicks you in the face.
Nice.
2 seconds. Knives use Chuck Norris to cut steak.
Nice. That's incredible.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then there's a few more here as well. The flu gets a Chuck Norris shot every year.
Nice. I will.
Chuck Norris doesn't worry about high gas prices. His vehicle runs on fear. When Chuck Norris's parents had nightmares, they would come to his bedroom.
Oh, yeah.
Chuck Norris makes onions cry.
That's a good one.
Ghosts tell Chuck Norris stories at the campfire. I think we've had that one before, actually.
Possibly.
Yes. When Chuck Norris looks into the abyss looks the other way. Chuck Norris beat the sun in a staring competition.
Oh my God.
Chuck Norris doesn't breathe. He holds air hostage.
That's a good one. That's my favourite.
Oh man, those are brilliant.
Very good.
Those are brilliant.
Keep them coming in.
Keep them coming. Those were just fantastic.
If you haven't noticed, he gives Ant life.
Yes. I love him so much. It's really funny as well when we wake up and our inbox is like full of things and you're just like, all right, and then you're going through the tags and then in between some of the tags, oh yeah, I sent you this joke as well, and you're like, all right, insane. And then I got to write them down. But yeah, so much time and effort that everyone has put into those. That's amazing, and we do appreciate them and love you very much.
Yeah, it's very good. All right, man.
Excellent.
Cool. Great episode.
Yeah, we got a lot covered. We'll do a part 2 of the beef.
Yeah, definitely. I think so. We've got a couple of good guests coming as well, so keep your eyes and ears peeled.
Yeah.
That one.
And just before we go as well, jump over to our Instagram, give us a like, a follow, share, go onto the YouTube, subscribe, hit the bell, like, comment. You know, let's start building the community a bit more. Everyone is just loving it, and it's just fantastic. Also, we got the Facebook page, the fan club. That one's open as well. So
yeah, that's good. So that's kind of building up slowly, isn't it? And yeah, just appreciate the support.
Yeah, no, definitely. And we appreciate everyone who listens. And like we said, jump over to the YouTube and the Facebook and the Instagram and give us a like, share, follow, tag us and everything as well. And we'll get 2 years.
Sweet. Happy Easter, everyone.
Happy Easter. It's been a very monsoon Easter, hasn't it?
It has. It's awful. Today is like the only good day, like I said at the beginning. It's given me life, this few hours of sun, other than scuba diving everywhere else.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, get my jet ski out.
Yeah, 100%. All right. Okay, dude. Brilliant to see you.
Nice to see you. I love you.
You're a beautiful man. Love you too.
I'll send you memes later.
Please do. Bye, guys.
All right. See you guys. Take care.